Alright, this is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and next week I'm going to be leaving for a week-long trip to Hell's Canyon, which is on the border of Oregon and Idaho. And I've picked up some new gear, plus made a few little changes here and there to the pickup. And so I want to head out, do a little camp out tonight, and just kind of shake things out, make sure everything's going to work the way I'm planning on. So it's really starting to work out pretty handy using these Tread Pros for leveling the trailer. And as you guys might have noticed, as part of the new gear and some of the shakedown changes that I've made to the truck, I got the mounts for these Tread Pros from CVT and put them up on my rack. So now I've got a good place to store them, and they're with the truck all the time, which is where they need to be. But anyhow, I'm going to start getting camp set up now. As you can see, this place that we pulled into already has been camped in. Looks like someone's been here just recently. There's some leftover firewood, which will be handy, even though the back of the truck's full, and a little fire pit. But what's also nice about it is there's a little creek called Pole Creek just flowing right beside me here. So this should make a nice little spot for the evening. It is a really, really nice evening tonight. We got the sun out still. It's really comfortable. Temperatures, I don't know, real mild. But there's no wind, no rain, no snow. After all the weeks of winter camping, this is just a really, really, really comfortable evening. Got a fire out in front. Like I said before, we got this little creek kind of flowing beside us. So just really nice. I mean, I don't know what more to say. It's just really, really nice. Gonna make some dinner here shortly. Got a new camp stove. I'm gonna retire the old Coleman. Got a new stove from Mr. Heater. It's a 2-burner 30,000 BTU stove, so I think it will serve me well for a long time. So I've got some fish and some mushrooms and onions that we'll cook up tonight. And I also picked up a new little cast iron griddle, so we'll try our hand at cooking with it tonight instead of the skillet. So I'm kind of excited about that. And like I said, we've got some other gear and some things that we've done to the pickup, and I'll go over more of that in the morning. For the most part, I just kind of want to relax and enjoy this evening. Well, it looks like we're up for another beautiful day. The sun's just now starting to kind of creep up over the trees, and it's a bit brisk, but not too bad at all. We got some coffee made. The Mr. Heater stove's working really well. It really doesn't take any time at all to boil up some water with this thing, so that's nice. But the dogs are fed as well. So I think what we might do is just grab the Nikon and go for a little walk along this creek and see if maybe we can come up with a photo or two. Alright, so I'm just gearing up so that I can go out and see about finding a little bit of a photo this morning along this creek. One of the new pieces of gear that I got this last week was this camera insert, camera bag insert from F-Stop. And I got it inside my hunting pack now, so this will allow me to use my hunting pack during the off season as a really good backpack for carrying all my camera gear. One of the problems with my low pro pack is it's a great pack, but it doesn't have the support features to really carry a lot of weight comfortably. And where we're going to be going to Hell's Canyon, and there will be a lot of hiking through rough terrain, I really wanted a backpack that would allow me to take all the camera gear that I wanted, but be able to carry it comfortably. So I think this is going to be a great addition, and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so I think I found a composition that I like pretty well. We're just getting a little bit of sun creeping through the trees here, adding some dappled light to the surrounding area. And then we've got the creek kind of flowing up, and there's just a little bit of a kind of an S curve that's just kind of taking you up and leading you up into the forest. And then there's a little bit of character in the stream because there's not really a waterfall, but just kind of a bit of a stair step down, which is adding some turbulent water. And like I said, adding a bit of character to the scene. So what I've done here is I've added my Nisi filter system, and I've got my polarizer on there, and I've done that so I can take a little bit of the glare off that's being added by the sunlight on the water. And then I really want that kind of dreamy, blurred look to the water. So what I've done is I've added my Nisi 5-stop ND filter. That's going to allow me to shoot at about a 20-second exposure, which is really going to blur that water out. But we also have it's a little bit bright in the upper treetops, and where the sun, the light from the sun is coming through in the sky. So I've added 3-stop grad filter as well, just to kind of cut a little of that light depth above. So anyhow, I'm going to get this shot and we'll see what we get. Alright guys, well, just had breakfast and everything, and I'm going to have to start thinking about packing up. I've got to get out of here and get finished up with a few more things. It's going to be a short week this week, leaving on Friday for that trip to Hell's Canyon. And so you know how it is whenever you're taking a long period off, you always seem like you got 10 million things extra to do than you normally do, but I need to get back and get started on a bunch of those. But this was a good trip. I got to try out some of the modifications, and I know I didn't go real deep into everything. You saw the pack, you saw the little Mr. Heater stove that was new. One of the other things I got to play with that I didn't get really a chance to talk about in this video is I got to try this battery pack out by P3 Solar. This is how I plan on keeping my laptop charged and all my batteries charged while I'm out on the Hell's Canyon trip. It's got a lithium-ion battery in it, and I can charge it off the truck while the truck's driving, but then I can charge all my stuff and everything on it and not be taxing my starter battery like I have been in the past. I eventually plan on adding a solar panel too that will also help recharge this, but that's just to come. But I also made a couple other mods, just minor ones. I added a propane bottle mount to the back of the truck, so that way my bottles are easier to put in and put out. And then I also mounted my Tread Pros to the rack, where you probably saw that in the opening sequence where I pulled them off, but I mounted them to the rack where the tent used to be. So just a few little modifications here and there, and plus I did some repairs to the truck last week. My rotors needed to be replaced, and I ended up finding that I also had a stuck pin that was causing the truck to kind of feel like the space shuttle on re-entry when you hit the brakes. But just a few more things that I kind of found that I'll just kind of tweak on throughout the week. But I gotta get like I said, I gotta get this video out. I gotta get a couple other videos out. And but speaking of videos, because I am taking this longer trip, there may be, I'm feeling pretty confident that there will be no video next Saturday, just because I'll still be out, and I don't think I'll have an opportunity to get anything edited and uploaded from where I'll be at, because our signal will be somewhat limited where we're at. So But just be aware, like I said, I am up there and I am filming more episodes for you guys. It just may be a little gap in the schedule. So, but anyhow, like I said, I'm gonna start packing things up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You know, it was a little different, you know, just as much as anything, like I said, this was really about me just kind of seeing where I was at with my gear for this trip. But anyhow, if you did like it, please give a like, and comments always do help, and I'll see you guys again outside.